Front tires haven't even turned yet. They're just like skis at this point. Yeah, keep coming, keep coming. Steer to the right a little bit. Welcome back. If you're a subscribed viewer, you already know what's going on. We're in the middle of a giant project and I'm just nibbling away at it every week with some more videos of it. If you're not familiar with the project, first of all, subscribe because you're going to want to see more of it, I promise. And secondly, it basically sums up as a giant residential addition for some really big houses. It's the biggest project I've ever worked on and it's really complicated. It's got a lot of parts and we're just, as we go through, we're doing what parts we can do while the weather allows, just picking away at the project. We're going to get it done eventually, but it's going to take a while. Today's video picks up right in the middle of a part that we were working on previously. We were tearing up some heated granite driveway. Some very expensive driveway stuff, but it was in the way, had to go. If you want to see the first part of that, check out the other videos from this project. I've got them all linked in the description below. Alrighty, now it's time to see if our cut was deep enough. I'm kind of worried it wasn't. I'm worried this is like a thicker than 4-inch slab. And those little handheld saws will only cut 4 inches thick. I really wish that we could haul this stuff out on the rest of this driveway, but all I have up here with this job site with me today is the dump truck, and I don't want to run a dump truck over this paver driveway. So we're gonna put it on, rip it up with the excavator, grab it with the skid steer. Maybe we'll rip it up with the excavator. There it goes. Oh boy. That's definitely more than 4 inches thick. This could get interesting. Yep, and there's the foam. And you see those little... Oh, I don't see any tubing in here. Surely we'll find it in another piece. Oh, it also kind of looks like it's only thick around the edges. Like they poured thick concrete and the foam takes up a couple inches towards the interior of the slab. So maybe that'll be in our favor. I'm gonna put this over here. We'll let Aiden carry it away. There's our tubes. Maybe they need them somewhere. This stuff with the foam on it, especially in the tubes, it gets such a pain to tear up and not make a huge mess. Hopefully we don't end up with a huge mess, but kinda is what it is. It's strong stuff, that's for sure. Looky there, it's separating at our cut, so that's good news. That means that that cut's through enough. We don't have to worry about it. It'll break off there. That's a relief. Sometimes you gotta get creative with this stuff to get it to break. Here we got a bucket stuck under. We're driving up on it. Oh, this has got wire in it too. That's why it's breaking hard. Oh, now we gotta break all the tubes. Oh man, it's strong. Oh goodness. Oh, look at that mess. Oh, water and coolant everywhere. Antifreeze, I guess, not coolant. Those tubes are down at the very bottom part of the concrete, right on top of the foam. And so now that's the other thing I'm worried about. I'm hoping this saw cut was deep enough to cut them. That was kind of the part of the reason we cut it. Sure enough, it looks like it cut some of the tubes at least. What a mess this foam makes. Ick. Oh yeah, there's a big boy. There we go. The wire is just holding this stuff together, turning into absolute rubble to get it out of here. Between the wire and the plastic tubing anyway. There we go, there we go. Still need to make this piece smaller. Oh, look at all them tubes. Because all this stuff is mixed in with concrete, we can't even recycle it. We gotta take it to the landfill, which is super unfortunate. There's so much waste in construction materials and stuff. I would try to recycle everything we can, but the recycling facility just won't even take it. I don't blame them, it's a mess. See if we can get this in the bucket. Tip that back. There we go. Get that mess out of here. Alright, these are the last two pieces we got here. We're getting kind of cowboy with it. Go ahead and put some weight on this other one over here, Aiden. This wire in here is making it very difficult to get these pieces separated, and my patience is waning. I'm lifting the skid steer on the other side of the bucket. Wild. You can keep putting pressure on it. I think it'll go eventually. That it? Are they separate? I think we got it. Nope. Now it's just the tubes. I can't win. There we go. Look at that. Alrighty, let's get this in your bucket. It's getting pain. Almost wish you had the forks on. Go. That goes, very good. Yeah, come back with the forks for this last piece. And I'm gonna have to turn it, I think, to get you closer to the center. Hey, hey, hey. Those forks are having a bad day. Talk about a tip load. That's gonna be a pain to get to the trailer too. Well, that's a problem for another day. Well, we got it all cleaned out. Got a nice saw cut edge over there. You can see all these tubes in the profile of the foam. You see a tube there, a tube there, a tube there, a tube there. On each end of there's like these little hockey pucks that stick up into the pad, or the slab I should say. The way it works is they put this foam down, they run the tubes around all the hockey pucks that stick up off the foam, then they pour the concrete on top of it. It's a really good system. They've had enough wire in it to be super, super strong. It's just in the way, so we had to tear it out. In our messing around here, we discovered this little vault here that's got the heated sidewalk manifold in it. So this is also in the way because we need to dig right here. We'll probably have to go down pretty deep, so we're gonna have to lay this back quite a bit. I gotta figure out what we're gonna do with that before we do any digging. Well, we got a blessing to tear this stuff out. It's all gotta come out anyway. I just needed to make sure before I went ripping and tearing and doing things that couldn't be repaired easily. Let's see here if I can get this out. Oh, I guess I found a piece of it. Okay. there. Hopefully the ground is a little better over here and we don't have to get into all the nasty sloping and everything we had to do last time on that other stairwell. That would be very nice. Maybe the sand I'm seeing is just a backfill from the trench in this water line over here. More conduit? Oh, that might be the same one I found earlier. I guess this ground is kind of holding together a little bit better. I'm afraid it's still got enough sand content that I don't think we're going to be able to trust it. See how far down we got to go here. The last scoop I took scratched on something down deep on this side, which I think it's the footer. Aiden doesn't think we're deep enough for it to be the footer, so he's measuring one side of the wall and then going to measure the other. So it's 5 inches higher out here than it is in there. Well, that's a bummer. Well, this hole is not safe enough to go down inside and check on what I was scraping on down there. It just feels like it's got to be the footer, but Aiden says it's too shallow to be the footer. Aiden says it looks like the wall just flares out a little bit, like they got some sort of step footer or something. Well, folks, we got this dug out around this stairwell, and just like the other stairwell, this one kind of got out of hand too. All this stuff wanted to cave in, so I had to lay it way back. I had to dig it out like twice, and it's not great soil. But we're dug out and they can do the cutting and out, it won't collapse anymore. We're back another day now, actually, and it's raining today, and it's really unpleasant. It's not too bad. It's gonna be unpleasant in about a month when it's like 40 degrees and raining. But there's only so much we can do here on this site. It's just, everything's just damp and slippery. And so we're gonna try doing a couple different things and see what we can get away with. We're gonna start by doing the things that are most affected by the rain first, because as the day goes on, it's supposed to rain more and more and more. And so we wanna have a good chance of getting the stuff that might be prevented by the rain done. One of those things is this dirt pile. We need to get this thing moved out to the front of this building and stocked so it's out of the way. We're gonna need that for backfill after we dig this huge hole here and the building gets built inside of it. So we're gonna give that a shot. It's pretty firm. I don't think we're gonna get sunk, but as you get down past like right here, there's a slope that kind of shoots down towards that house and also a little bit of a side slope that might want to throw you into the hole. So we're not going to take the truck too adventurously far back there. It's firm, like not sinking, but it is a little smeary. That truck is kind of almost ready for a set of tires. Who knows? Maybe we'll get one loaded and that'll be it. I don't know. We also seem to have misplaced the Sawzall yesterday, which is a little bit troublesome. We haven't found it on the site yet. We're afraid we left it out all night in the rain and can't find it this morning. So either it got stolen, buried, or we just haven't found it yet. The first thing we gotta do here is get the excavator crawled up on top of the pile. We do that because excavators were made to dig at a level below the tracks, and so they just work out so much better if you can get them up on the pile. So that way they're reaching below to pick up the dirt. Really steep here, so I kind of got to help it up with the bucket. It's also kind of slippery, which doesn't help. Biggest thing is you can't fall off sideways while you're going up. There we go, we made it. Now we're up here, we're gonna try and drive as far out as we can. I really want to reach the very end of the pile down here towards that hole and then be able to swing it up over here and reach the dump truck where it needs to stop to still be in a safe zone. We'll have him go ahead and back in here and we'll see how this is gonna go. The ground's hard, it's just got a little slime on top of it. Oh, that's not good, we're spinning already. Stop there. Let me load you up. All right, we'll Start by taking some off the top here. The rain slowed down a little bit and it's picking back up again. So this might be a short-lived endeavor. We will see. Got a nice full load on there. You can see the tires are already slicked up from backing in here and spinning. Let's see if this truck can get out of here now. Go ahead, Aiden. Oh yeah, no sweat. Depending on the conditions, sometimes trucks get better at driving in the mud when they have wet weight on them, and sometimes they don't. No, he's having steering problems though. Should get better once you get up on the asphalt. Very good. A little bit of wheel slip there. Nothing crazy. Oh, we got to there. Okay. Go ahead and gauge the lockers if you want. Should crawl up on the asphalt, no problem. There we go. Oh, this is leaving a mess. We're going to have to scrape all this up with the skid loader when we're done. We'll see how he does backing into the dump site now. This is just as important. If we can't do this well, we definitely can't keep doing what we're doing here today. Everything's going smooth so far. That's all the fun we're gonna get. And there we go. We're just going to repeat that cycle as long as we can. As long as the ground keeps holding up, we're not getting stuck. The consequences of getting stuck aren't substantial. That truck weighs like 21,000 pounds empty, something like that. I don't have anything bigger than like a 10 or 12,000 pound machine to pull it out though. So we can't get it buried. But if we're just slipping on top, we're not sinking up to the axles, we should be okay. Got another big load on the truck. Aiden's gonna send it a little bit harder here and see if we can get out in a nice smooth fashion. The biggest problem seems to be steering. The truck doesn't want to turn real well right now. Oh yeah. Golden. That was perfect. Good work, Aiden. Like I said before, you can see here, the ground is strong. Just got that little slime on top. We ain't sinking in, we're just sliding on the slime. Well, we're coming along nicely. The pile is almost all the way gone. We got the excavator sitting on the last little bit of it. I switched Aiden out for a little bit. I figured it'd be a good opportunity for him to do some excavator operating and get some experience there. I want him to get good on that machine. Let me go show you the situation I got going on with our dump spot. Surprisingly, the lot isn't getting too messy. That's really nice. We don't like messy things. But our dump spot has all the parking lot runoff running right through it. You see it right there in front of the hood. So it's been a chore to back up there. The biggest part of the struggle is that this is all on a little bit of a side slope. And so no matter how I come in here, the tires get wet coming off the pavement, and then the truck just wants to go more sideways than back sometimes. Oh, see, I'm already discombobulated. I was trying to stay on the high side, so I didn't want to slide, but couldn't get lined up with my pile then. Yeah, more sideways than back, as usual. There we go. I got some dry dirt back there. I think we're on it well enough. Now I just pushed off this pile so we can back way up to the top of it. As long as we don't get too far to one side or the other, we won't roll off the pile sideways and all will be well. There we go, all was well. We'll just keep stacking up truckloads all the way down the ramp, and then we'll get in the skid steer and push them all off again. That's the best way to stack up dirt on a job site because the skid steer can only lift so high, so if we just use a skid steer to push the piles up and make them high right in front of the machine, without driving up on them, it would get really limited because we'd only be able to make piles maybe, 10 foot high or something like that. This way, building a ramp, we can make the pile just infinitely high. There's no end. As long as we got more material to put here, we'll just keep making it higher and higher and higher. I am still having some wheel slip trouble getting out of here though. Doesn't exactly want to do what I wanted to do until we're on pavement. Aiden's loading the truck up again, and boy, oh boy, this thing is filthy. It ain't as bad as it could be, but she's definitely gonna need clean when we're all done. Honestly, everything here isn't as bad as it could be. This is a little soupy here, and the spot in front of our dump site isn't too good. But the parking lot's staying fairly clean. I really don't have much to complain about for doing dirt work on a rainy day. Well, this site's kind of small. It looks big, but it's still kind of small, and this is evidence of it. This truck is here delivering some stuff for some masons who are going to stucco this building, and they're in the way. We can't get past them. Naturally, I'm the only contractor with a skid steer on site, so it fell upon me to unload them. I suppose I could have said no, but they just would have been here blocking the way even longer and holding up progress. So we're gonna help them out real quick, get these pallets unloaded, and we'll get back to hauling dirt. They got 5 pallets that are big and full of insulation like that. They're really not that heavy. Could probably be carried by 2 fellas, but very awkward. And then they had 2 pallets of mortar, concrete, something mix, whatever they use to stucco buildings. I don't know, that's not my territory. But those ones were really heavy. I'm glad we were able to help them move those because they'd be carrying them around the house by hand and that would have been awful. Aiden's putting his years of forklift experience unloading trucks at Menards to work right here. Look at this precision. Didn't even have to stop. Hold up, Aiden, we gotta add 2 more bundles to that. A little closer, a little closer, a little closer, a little closer. That's good. There he goes. And we're just making a mess out of things. It wasn't too bad, but skid steer's making it awful. Well, we got all that sorted, got that delivery truck out of here. Now Aiden's going over to dump the last load from our pile here. And wow, we got so much room again. Really handy. Aiden did a great job picking up the grade here and everything. We're gonna do a little bit more adjusting before we go to dig the big hole so we can get trucks down in here to load them. But it's really good. We got the right amount of dirt out of here. Looking great. The next thing we have to do is actually the first thing we started to do when we were prepping for our big dig here. Over here at this corner of the house, we were digging out these window wells so we could saw cut them and tear them out. But the big boss showed up and said, no, the plans have changed. This is all gonna be slab on grade, no basement now. Which is a real bummer because we did spend a whole morning digging on it and now it's gotta get filled with gravel. Since then, it's been a few days, we've changed our minds again and we're going back to basement in this spot. So we're now gonna finish our excavation that we started, which is just a little bit here now. We're gonna dig out around here so that way the concrete cutting guys can have access to these window wells to cut them so we can pull the pieces out of here and haul them away. Sometimes these projects, it's just yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap. It is what it is. We just gotta roll with the punches, I guess. Aiden was telling me he's having some traction problems out here at the dump pile. He got up on the pile and dumped, but he's having a hard time getting out, which seems a little backwards. All right, go ahead. Just try to stay off the brakes. Yeah, it just slides. Keep coming straight. Maybe we can miss this clean. There's a little clean out here that we actually ran over once because we didn't know it was there, but we're trying to avoid it now. Just keep on coming, nice and slow. The front tires haven't even turned yet. They're just like skis at this point. Keep on coming. Yeah, keep coming, keep coming. Steer to the right a little bit. Yeah. And we're gonna just barely miss that clean out. That's perfect. All right, as soon as you get to the asphalt, Another 2 feet, another foot, you're there. Perfect. You want to engage the lockers? Hit the brakes first. Oh, now we got all the tires spinning. Oh, that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it. Oh, now the rears are gonna slide. Keep coming. Well, we end up running over that clean out again anyway. Oh, what a day. Well, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to give in. I was really hoping that we could make the best out of this day and get that stuff dug out there and all hauled out front, but I think we're gonna have to be done hauling. If we keep running over that clean out, there's a good chance that that pipe that's vertical will push down on the pipe that it's attached to below and break it. And I can't afford to have that happen. I'd much rather waste the second half of the day here than have to dig that pipe up to fix it. So I guess we'll give it up today. It's already like 2:30 anyway, and we'll be back tomorrow.